All right, welcome to the Raider Report. We're here with Mount Union head wrestling coach Mark Hawald. Coach, you've got three guys going to the NCAA championships this weekend, coming off another second-place finish in the OAC. Talk a little bit about your season and about your three guys going to the Nationals.
Well, we had a pretty good season. We finished, I shouldn't have said that, 6-3, 6-4, something like that. So, better than last year. Finished third once again regular season. Had a couple highlights in the season. We were champs at the Citrus Invitational down in Florida. So that was pretty exciting. Our first team title since I've been here. Then coming down to the OAC, after being third in the conference for the regular season, we wanted to change that around. Went to finish on top. Fell a little short. We were about 12 points out of first. Behind Heidelberg, we did get second once again, three champs. Ricky Reynolds at 125, who wrestled a real good tournament. Beat two guys who had lost to earlier in the season. Richie Clark at 149, Gamma and coming off of second seed there, coming off that season to win it. Ricky was the third. Then Bill Chandel repeating, once again winning the title. Did in a nice fashion, get a pin first period after the final.
Obviously, it's been a wild year for your program. You move into this wonderful new facility here in the MAC. You have a brand new wrestling room, brand new locker room. Obviously, last year having one OAC champion going to nationals, to this year having three. I guess, is this according to the plan that you laid out when you came here 3 years ago?
Yeah, we're behind schedule, but I'm kind of a dreamer. Yeah, I mean, that's I guess, a little bit of progress each year. We had zero qualifiers, one qualifier, three now. Hopefully next year we'll have six or seven or maybe more. And then we got the Nationals, I guess. That's where we really see what we're made of. We got three guys. We get three All-Americans. That'll probably put us somewhere between 10 and 15th place overall. So that'd be real nice for us. And these guys, they know what they got in front of them. So we'll see. And once you get out there, it's just anybody who's in.
Right. I was going to ask you how you prepare these guys for national competition, and the fact, obviously during the year you play a lot of schools in this region, so it's a lot of guys you're probably familiar with that they're wrestling. But obviously in this case you're going to run into a lot of guys and schools that you've never heard of, never seen before, those kind of things. I guess how do you prep your three guys for basically going in blind to a tournament and how they're going to compete?
Well, we'll know who we have. The brackets we're supposed to go out today. I didn't get a chance to see them yet. So we'll know what we have. Depending on what we know, that might change our game plan in that first match. But really, I mean, we're not working very hard this week. We just wanted to we killed the guys last week. We had that week off. I mean, they had a hard time getting through practice. We'd be working in the morning, and then we're putting 3, 4, 5 fresh guys on them, just trying to break them. And then this week, it's just feel good. Pretty much do as least work as possible and still make weight. Is how hard we're working this week. So that's really my biggest thing is we've lifted, we've trained, we've done morning workouts, this, that, the other thing. Now it's like we slowed it all down, looking to peak wrestling, just hitting that. What's going to be the difference between scoring that one takedown and not? And hopefully maybe physically being prepared by peaking this way. Maybe that's going to be the difference. Maybe it's just that they're fired up.
I was going to say, does it come down to a little more mental preparation by the time you reach this point in the season? Because obviously, like you said, you can only train so many times, lift so many weights, run so much. It comes down to where this, I guess, basically figuring out in your head how you can go out and wrestle.
A little bit. I mean, at this point, you might not have made it this far if you weren't mentally tough. I like the season long because it really puts the power and the control on the guys who's tougher, because you might be super talented, but if you quit easily, you're not going to last through a long, grueling rough season. So I mean, at this point, everybody's going to be fired up. Every guy we're going to wrestle is going to be fired up. We're going to be fired up. So what's going to be that edge? I don't know. I mean, I've been seeing this level of competition enough where sometimes it's like a toss of the coin. I mean, one guy has a good weekend, one guy doesn't. So the goal is hopefully we did everything right so far that we have that good weekend and we're ready for this level.
And obviously, you'd have to think your performance last year helped kind of springboard you into 2010. And so I would assume you're hoping that, some great performances this weekend will be basically not only the end of this season, but obviously the jumping off point for next year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we finish the season with 3 All-Americans, 2 who would be back next year, and that's good thing. When you start a season with 2 returning All-Americans, you're instantly a top team.
And I would assume that's basically the blueprint for building the program.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're a 125, 133, or an upper weight, you know, wow, I come in, I have All-Americans to train with or to work, or maybe I'm a 197, I have Phil Chanel, who could be a 2-time All-American at that point. A young kid in high school might say, that's a good opportunity. But yeah, maybe I'll be backup for a year, but once I'm a sophomore and can break into that lineup, now I've been prepared because I've been getting beat up by an All-American for a whole season.
Okay, we touched a little bit on the facility, and I guess what difference has the facility meant? Obviously, you were here your first year in the old facilities. Last year, you were in transition between facilities. Now, year number 3, you've got a new facility going forward. So I guess what's it mean for you?
I think, it's only as good as what you put into it. So, we got a good facility. We got plenty of space. We got everything I think we need to make the program work. Now it's just a matter of bringing in the right people, or we're bringing in the right people, keep the right people coming in year after year, have these guys do the job, and make the most of what we have here.
All right, well, that's our Raider report with Mount Union head coach Mark Hawald. Thanks, Coach, and congratulations.
Thanks.